Welcome back to another episode of Big John's Cooking. Today we're doing a lasagna. It's for my wife's carry-in, doing it a little different. So stick around. Let's do this. Alright, first things first, we're going in with our ground beef. We're doing kind of a half and half on the ground beef. Got some %90 ground beef, and I'm going to add in some ground pork. I love that combination. About half and half. I'm going to add a little more ground beef to the mixture. But on the average, you know, about half and half. I'm going to let that come into play. Get us something to bake our ground beef up. Always use my potato smasher for my ground beef. We're going to add some Italian blend seasoning to our ground beef. Use whatever brand you like. I like the Best Choice. It's good. Of course, you know, I'm gonna toss in a little bit of my accent, MSG, for my flavoring. We're gonna add in some salt. Just a little bit there. We'll probably add a little bit more in later in our sauce. Gotta have that cracked black. We're gonna toss in a little bit of garlic. Dig around everything in my refrigerator. About that much. Always got me some minced garlic in the fridge. We're gonna let that start to cook, and we're gonna let that blend in. Get everything all lovey-dovey in there. Get those flavors together. Finish this up, and I'll bring you back for the next step. All right. This looks good. Still got a little bit of rawness in it, but it still also has to cook a little more in the oven. I'm gonna drain this. Start on my veggies that I'm gonna put inside here, which is a little bit of chopped onions and celery. I'll bring that back here in a second. Gonna keep on going with the same pan. I'm gonna add a little oil to this. Then add our onions. And let these get started sweating. Let this go just a minute, just to let the onions start sweating. Bring out that sweetness before we add in the celery. And I'm gonna toss in just a pinch of salt. Just a little bit. Good. Bring in our celery. Just a little bit. It's all for a background flavor. We're not trying to take over completely. Just make it stand out a little bit. Ready. Toss in a little garlic. Give that a little stir. Now we're ready to introduce our meat back in. Give that a little stir. Now we're ready to introduce our meat back in. Try not to make a mess. All right. Had to stop for a second because I had to clean up what I messed up before I had to start this stuff all over again. A little Marvin Cease there for you. So, gonna bring this back up, mix it up, add in our canned mustard, marinara. I don't know where I was going with that. Mix that in. Rinse the can out, or jar, sorry. Stir that up. And we're just gonna let this heat through just a tad. Set it aside. And we're gonna be adding some pesto to this. And of course, instead of me going to the store and buying some pesto, well, reason why I didn't, because it's supposed to be a Christmas theme, red and green. So I'm making a spinach pesto, and I'll bring you back to show you that as soon as I get this taken care of. Stir it up and set to the side. This portion of my lasagna is done. I'll set it on over on the stove and let it simmer as I go here, just to keep it warm and help, you know, with the veggies cooking a little bit more. All right, bring you back here in a minute. Alright, I got my pesto made. I have a link in the description on my recipe for my pesto. So, go check that out. Got me some store-bought whole milk ricotta cheese. To that, I'm gonna add a couple of eggs. I like adding eggs. And that's why you should always put your eggs in a bowl when you open them. Keep the shells out of your mix or whatever you're doing. Lesson 1, don't do what I do. Do what you're supposed to do. Crack those eggs in a separate container. Make it easy on yourself. Alright, so we're just gonna mix that in. Two reasons. It helps smooth your ricotta, makes it easier to spread, and it also helps with making it set a lot better. And I throw some Parmesan cheese in there because I like to. And Parmesan goes good in lasagna. Gives it that little extra chew with your cheese throughout your lasagna. Remember that. Alright, I'm going to set these to the side. I got my meat back here. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to use my Big John's Love pan for far as cooking our lasagna in. Alright, I got me some ready to bake pasta shells. Got me a little bit of marinara and spaghetti sauce mix, and I added some Italian seasoning blend, a little bit of granulated garlic, dash of salt, just to make sure everything has got some flavor. I'm big on seasoning and flavoring, so put me a layer of sauce. Crack open our shells that I should have opened earlier, but it's been one of those days. Really pressing for time. I'm supposed to be asleep, y'all. I gotta work tonight. Yep, no, I ain't making enough money on YouTube to not be working, so that's cool. We gotta do what we gotta do. Just layer these out. Maybe a few that you have to break to make a full piece. Hopefully we don't jack them up too bad. Don't matter if you overlap a little bit, that's all good. Then I'm gonna drop a little more sauce. Ain't nothing wrong with the sauce, y'all. Then we're gonna go in with our meat. If I knock something on the floor, well, it's gonna be bad, but you know, hey, it happens. Spread this out. Alright, add a little bit more down to this corner here. Then we're gonna hit it with a little ricotta. It's only gonna be pretty much just a couple of layers that the ricotta's gonna be in. We're gonna try to spread it about as much as possible. I didn't want to have any leftovers of the ricotta, because typically I do, and I wind up freezing it. Then it winds up somewhere in my freezer and I don't know where it's at. So, you know, with that said, yeah, I got some ricotta out there somewhere. It's just done got buried. Looks good. I got some Italian blend cheese that we're gonna put in there. It's a little provolone and mozzarella blend. Get this out the way. Hit this with a little bit of that there cheese. And from here, y'all, it's pretty much add, repeat, add, repeat. You know, we're gonna go back in with another layer of pasta sheets, and we're gonna go back in with some sauce. Now you said, oh John, man, where is the pesto? All right, well, this is where that comes into the game. See, I told you I was gonna drop something. It always happens. Pesto, I ain't forget about it. We're just gonna mix and mingle here. Spread this out. When I get this spread out, I'll bring you back. All right. Looks good. Let me get you a better angle on this. How's that there? Look good? Sorry. Camera wasn't agreeing with me. All right, into this, now that we got the camera going along with the game, we're gonna go with some more meat. I flipped that marinara. This may become a PG-13 because I'm gonna have a fit. It's gonna be on and popping in here. I'm gonna beat myself up and say a lot of things that's gonna cause this not to be monetized, because I'm gonna be mad. Mad to the highest of madtivity. And you know what I want to say. And to that, we're gonna hit a little more sauce. Go back with our pasta sheets. Now we're working on our, getting ready to come to our last level. We don't want it to overrun too much. I'm gonna do one more level after this. So let me finish this up. I'm gonna add another layer of ricotta and some more pesto, some more sauce, some more meat, and I'll show you the end results. And now y'all was just gonna let me go ahead and put that pasta on there without adding some cheese. That's wrong, y'all. Wrong. I wouldn't do you like that. But all good, we got it. Be in the kitchen. And for my last piece before I put the last layer of pasta on. I'm kind of combining everything together. Just kind of using up that last little bit of most of everything. Just to, you know, not to have too much leftovers. And I'll put a little bit on top too, just to seal the deal. You know what I'm saying? You working with me, Byron? Hold tight. Just so you can dig what I'm working with. Just trying to get those last little bits spread out and about. It may not be perfect. Some people may get a good taste, some people may not. I'm not on Food Network. This is what happens at home. But I'm gonna try to spread it out. Give everybody a little bit of love. May not have that deep-rooted flavor that everybody else got or somebody got and you didn't get. Sorry. English is terrible today. I told you I'm supposed to be asleep. I got work tonight. But yeah, you know, I'm hard-headed. I like suffering. I don't know why. But I obviously do, because that's what I'm doing right about now. All right, so, and this is also going to spread a little bit as it cooks. I'm going to make sure to put a sheet pan up under this. I got some dishes to wash when it's all said and done. Add a little bit more sauce to the top of this, because I like it saucy. I ain't getting none, but well, if they don't like it saucy, then well, they can make it themselves. Let me quit being mean. I ain't that mean. I ain't gonna put too much sauce on here. I'm definitely gonna make sure I got a pan up under this so it don't bubble over and wind up on the bottom of my oven. Top this off with some cheese. We're gonna go kind of heavy. Sorry about that. Got a little close to the mic with that. I'm sure somebody hit me up in the comments. Tell me about the excess noise that I'm getting off of my mic. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt your ears at all. All right, let me get my oven preheated. We're gonna take this bad boy in. All right, it's looking all beautiful and bubbly, crusty. Oh, I just know it's gonna be delicious. I wish I could cut into it. I have to wait until I get the final word on how good it is. I'll leave it in the comments when I hear about it. Thanks for watching. And as always, give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment. Tell a friend about me. Subscribe if you haven't. Push that bell icon so you can get everything that I upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.